Finding the Alchemist Within, Turning Yourself to Gold, a journey through the labyrinth of self-healing, featuring Simply Catherine's workbook, Living Through the Chakras. Tony Damian, author. Catherine Barkulis-Smith, contributing author. Narrated by Tony Damian and Catherine Barkulis-Smith. Copyright 2016 Tony Damian, The Dragon's Way Healing Arts. Audio production 2016 by The Power of We. Note to reader. This is a book about self-healing, about ridding yourself of stress and pain. It is for those who have not been exposed to energy work and those looking to further their understandings. To start this path to self-healing, you only need to look at where you are right now. This is the starting line, and congratulations. This is exactly where you should be in space at this precise moment in time. This is what we refer to as shaman time, being exactly where we need to be at the time needed to be there. This is the reason you are here right now reading this. It is your time to make a positive change from within. Something deep down inside is telling you that there has to be a better way, and you are right. The way is you. Self-healing means taking on the responsibility and mindfulness to fully heal from whatever it is that inflicts you, be it a disease, or what we refer to as dis-ease, health condition, hereditary dysfunction, or any other physical, emotional, or mental illness. There is no one method of completely healing any condition by doing one particular modality. Full healing requires encompassing all realms of human existence, the full body and all of its intricately woven functions and systems, the mind, which includes memories, traumas, fears, obsessions, and predetermined outcomes, and the spirit, by which I mean the energetic self, life force energy, chi, ki, or prana. This is why this book contains 2 workbooks. Featured in this book is a hands-on reference guide and workbook through the chakras for self-healing and walking as a shaman. This workbook categorizes and utilizes all that is given to us by Mother Earth to support and enhance our lives, strengthen our bodies, balance our emotions, and soothe our souls. My personal medicine woman, Simply Catherine, takes you on a journey with her 40 years of experience through the energy centers of the body that weave every atom of our being naturally into the tapestry of all life on earth and awaken us to our true selves as good stewards to life on earth, happy, healthy, and well-adjusted. Each of the chakras, which support the functions of particular systems and organs of the body, is visited as a portal into the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual body. Simply Catherine first looks at the history behind each chakra. She then suggests aromatherapy to soothe and heal, and flower essence to unlock dis-ease, releasing known as well as unknown memories buried deep in the tissues supporting each chakra. She visits customs, rituals, and protocols of the ancients, and through activities, she shows how you already have around your home all the things you need to improve everyday living. She teaches about what gems to use, teas to drink, and foods to eat that are the medicines of each chakra and its systems. How we've arrived to the point of needing healing is also an important factor in this book. What have we fed our bodies? What toxicities and heavy metals have we exposed ourselves to? What stress have we been put through? The fact that most conditions have come about through many years of abuse, neglect, unknowing environmental exposures, and stress also means you must be willing to take the time to unravel, cleanse, repair, rebuild, and heal each layer. By doing this, you heal once and for all, unlike with modern medicine, which only suppresses the symptoms. If the underlying causes are not addressed, the original problem still exists and will resurface again. This book will help you become aware of the total involvement necessary for self-healing, The first step is creating a mindset to heal, accepting everything for what it is, and allowing everything to be as it is, channeling your thoughts in a positive manner, and knowing and believing without doubt or fear that you can heal yourself. This is followed by healthfully and naturally making your food your medicine, creating new daily habits, learning ancient rituals and traditions, making tools for self-healing, and taking back responsibility for your own health care. The result is a new way to walk through life, walking as if. The second workbook is The Labyrinth of Self-Healing. I will take you on a journey with my 25 years of experience in the healing arts to show you how to create the mindset needed to heal, while explaining the concepts of energy work and healing the body, mind, and spirit. I will show you how to concentrate, manipulate, and move life force energy, ki, chi, or prana to do this work. Energy work is channeling the inherent energy found in all living things into a place where it may be stagnant, blocked, or out of balance. Whether you are in the healing arts or facilitating your own self-healing, the work and the energy are the same. This book is designed so that anyone can use it. I will teach you through guided imagery and meditations how to clear the body, mind, and spirit of stress and pain. There are hundreds of healing modalities around the world and throughout time. None are greater or less than another. It is all about intention and focus. In this book, I use a few different modalities to explain concepts and suggest ideas that I have learned over the years. The energy work that I teach in this book is an entity unto itself, a culmination of various modalities from around the world and throughout time. I call it the Dragon's Way. This is a how-to manual as well, teaching you how to manipulate your own energy to heal yourself. Whether you are a practitioner in the healing arts or just someone who is tired of being told that there is nothing else to do, or that your pain is all in your head, or the worst, that if you do not take these prescriptions or have this surgery, you cannot and will not heal. Reiki, as any modality, is not learned from a book, CD, DVD, or webpage. It is learned by sacred tradition, from teacher to student. Reiki attunements are necessary to channel the life force of the universe in a disconnected or empathetic manner. If not attuned to Reiki, you can inadvertently drain your own energy and create energy attachments. Reiki, or any other healing modality for that matter, is not a replacement for a healthcare professional. If you have a serious condition or are under a doctor's care for a specific condition, seek professional guidance before considering energy work. Energy work is a form of complementary alternative medicine. A complement is not a replacement. Use it with discretion and with the best of intentions. When your intention is for the best and highest good for yourself and for anyone else involved, known or unknown, it is the way of nature and will manifest into a reality with harm to none. It is painfully obvious to see the difference between original medicine and modern medicine. We see what is in the best interest for our whole healing and what is not. For instance, take a good look at a pharmaceutical ad on television, which spends only a few seconds on what it can do for you, and the rest of the time on all the side effects, all due to unnatural synthesized chemicals. It is time to return to making our medicines from natural herbs, vitamins, minerals, and flora, and create meals that address our needs, making food our medicine, in the same way that our ancestors did for thousands of years. This is a book about returning to what we have lost over the past 70 years, personal responsibility and original medicine. To your health, happiness, and well-being. Namaste. Tony D. Preface. If one is out of touch with oneself, then one cannot touch others. Anne Morrow Lindbergh. Welcome to the age of Aquarius. We are entering a new era in human existence, one of higher consciousness. This new shift in consciousness encompasses all aspects of what we know, have faith in, trust, and have done for hundreds to thousands of years. Science is realizing the true complexity of the universe. Even gravity is in question. Science has disproven common knowledge. What in the past was labeled impossible has now become typical, such as the discovery of billions of planets that might sustain life throughout the universe. The same is true for medicine. Antibiotics and steroids were the end-all, be-all cures of modern medicine, only to become the catalyst to superbugs and unstoppable viruses. This shift of old knowledge to a new awareness includes everything, all the way up to God. Health and well-being are no different. As human beings, we are not just another insignificant life form amongst billions of life forms throughout the universe. We are beings of light, pure energy made of star stuff. Our true ancestors are pure light, literally. We are here in these bodies for a short visit to experience emotions or a lifetime. We are not the healers of others. We are the healers of ourselves and the facilitators of the healing of others who have yet to find the healers within themselves. We are all healers. It is the alchemist within. Tony Damien. Back in the days of old, alchemy was the practice of the intellectually and spiritually enlightened. An alchemist spent long days and nights conjuring and concocting with all the known elements and beliefs of the time to prove right the notion that there was indeed a method of turning base metals to gold. Inadvertently from this came science, chemistry, and modern medicine. The manifestation of gold never came about from these labors, but a profound understanding of the universe around us and within us did. This was the Renaissance age, the age of enlightenment. In this quest for gold, one element of the equation was mistaken. Base metals were not the key ingredients to the formula. We humans were. I want to take you now on a journey into the body, mind, and spirit to awaken the consciousness within to its connection to the universe around us and within us. Through this enlightenment, we can find our place in the cosmos, discover the true power inherent to all humans, and unlock the healer within. In essence, we can become the alchemist and turn ourselves to gold. What is the alchemist within? The alchemist within is more than that little voice in your head, beyond your mind, beyond human form, beyond your conscious awareness. It is the awareness of being aware, the true being behind all that is in the world of form. Finding the alchemist within means becoming aware of your true self, not as a human living a lifetime, but rather a consciousness, a light being experiencing a human existence. Finding the alchemist within means traveling outside the boundaries of what is considered normal, to the realm of pure potentiality, and accepting that anything and everything is possible. How do I find the alchemist within? Finding the alchemist within is to walk in the ways of the alchemist. Alchemists, sages, wizards, and shamans are all beings of nature. They accept what is without judgment, without attachment, and without predetermined notions of outcome. To find the alchemist within is a journey into yourself. This journey has many paths to take, many decisions to make, many ways to possibly forsake. This journey is not an easy one. It is not a straight line, nor is it as easy as, say, taking steps to climb stairs or a ladder. Nothing is crystal clear, Every step of the way challenges you to let go of what you believe, forget how you perceive, and redefine what it is to achieve. You must unlearn much of what you've been taught. Return to innocence. Look at everything in the world as brand new, as if never seeing it before. Forget what you think you know and trust your gut instincts, intuition, and spirit-guided thought. Release what is not yours. Foster empathetic disassociation and detachment to those things that you cannot change. Have confidence in the fact that less is more. Let go of the world of form and ego. Accept responsibility for yourself and allow all that is to be as it is. Believe and trust in yourself as the creator of your happiness, health, well-being, and destiny. In essence, turn yourself to gold. Our mission in this lifetime is to experience the emotions, passions, and beauty of living, and to discover our dharma, or purpose in life, to walk with the Tao Te Ching, to see clearly and live life fully, to learn the lessons of karma, the universal law of cause and effect, gain the wisdom from conquests and consequences, and share the knowledge with those we love, as well as those who cross our paths, whom we can learn from and or teach. From time to time throughout this book, and Simply Catherine's workbook, you will see references to the power of we. This is a phrase we coined together as our associated business name, as well as our mantra, our walk. WE means myself and one or more persons together. WEE means small or tiny. WEEE means a collective of consciousness, whether it is one working with the forces of nature, or two working together or on each other, or one or more with another in view. All life is a collective consciousness. When we are aware of this and honor it, anything is possible. The extra E was added to symbolize a child on a swing or going down a slide. Wee! It signifies joy in just being, moving through life with least effort. The power of we is about the balance of yin-yang, the light-dark, the positive-negative. It's about following the natural laws by seeking balance. The power of we is about allowing life and its changes, about remaining flexible by accepting life's natural flow of rhythms in your responses, about accepting and allowing life's lessons with gratitude for what is. The power of we is about isness, the presence of the present moment. To remain connected, to walk as if you trust life. As it comes and goes, comes to pass. In trust, we rest and walk as if your every moment is a living prayer in action. To cherish every day in a new way, to greet each day as if life itself is an act of love's expression through its gift of another day. The power of we is to walk in gratitude, accepting and allowing what is. This walk and trust in life and love encourages our daily walk to be an act of living prayer. In the power of we is the isness that allows peace to greet the gift of the presence of the present moment. So, from Simply Catherine and Tony D, we say, come join us. We play two roles in our lifetime, that of the teacher and that of the student. A lifetime filled with joy, balance, and wisdom is when we learn to turn one off and the other on. When we share this exchange unconsciously, seamlessly, and without judgment, it is walking with unconditional love and perfect trust. We experience perfect unconditional love and trust when we have an encounter with any life form where the exchange of these roles is seamless and without judgment. This is enlightenment. Within this enlightenment comes the unlocking of knowledge and potential, the ability to manifest our dreams and desires, and heal ourselves on every level: physical, mental, emotional, psychological, and spiritual. We need merely to set free the pure potentiality that is our spirit. We are born into this world with all the knowledge of the universe. We just don't recall it. It is why we find some things just come so naturally, without training or practice. Once we re-grasp our true place in the universe, helping to facilitate the healing of ourselves and others, and manifesting our wants and desires, all becomes second nature. When we unlock the mind, the body, and the spirit to the endless possibilities and potentials, we will see that we do not actually learn anything new. We merely remember these things from our true beginnings in the cosmos. We are star children, made from the same stuff that the universe is made of, and containing all the same secrets to knowledge, wisdom, and power. We must unlearn what we have been taught and find the star child within, and remember. A return to innocence. Once we discover our true selves, beings of universal, unconditional love, and realize that we are part of the universe, and the universe is part of us, unconditionally, no matter what, we will then understand that we are connected seamlessly and absolutely to everything. Anything that we can imagine is within the universe of potential. Therefore, we can manifest it. It is our true nature. It is our free will. It is our reason for being. Shaman Tony D. If you can dream it, you can do it. Walt Disney. End of preface. Chapter 1. The Holy Grail of Health. An old friend used to ask me almost daily, "Are you happy, healthy, and well-adjusted?" The answer to this would be yes every time if one thing were just a little different. What I realized years later that this was a question of total being. Happy, healthy, and well-adjusted referred to a happy spirit, a healthy body, and a well-adjusted mind. What I discovered was that the one thing that needed to change seemed to always be one of two things. Life would be perfect if we could only change one thing about it. If you could change one thing about your life, what would it be? Perhaps where you live or your style of house. Working at the job of your dreams. How tall or short you are. The color, condition, or type of your hair or lack of it. Your skin complexion, color, or texture. More money to pay the bills or do the things you want. Or would it be happiness of spirit, health of body, and peace of mind? Material things, human connections, jobs, careers, and financial standings are circumstantial, temporary, and not in the realm of self-controlled states. When it comes right down to it, above anything else, the things we certainly would want to change first, and cannot stand to live with them when we have them, are stress and pain. When we are in pain, or in a state of constant stress, we cannot be happy or healthy. No matter how many material things we can put in front of ourselves, the removal of these two negative forces is foremost on our list of things to do at once. Get rid of stress and pain. We are encoded to get ourselves to a state of comfort in which we can best thrive. This state of balance is called homeostasis. Some people medicate, others meditate. I offer a different path to contemplate, one that requires merely you and no outside influences, no special herbs, no pills, no professional interventions, and with no additional cost or investment. This path will cost you only your time and desire for change. We are in a paradigm shift of consciousness as we usher in the age of Aquarius. We perceive the human potentials of the mind expanding to encompass the workings of the universe. In doing this, we also appreciate that we are an integral part of the cosmos, not just an insignificant life form. We are the conscious awareness of the universe. Within this paradigm shift is one into healthcare consciousness, by which I mean a change in how we care for our own health. The old paradigm of allopathic or conventional medicine went like this: give me the surgery and the pills. I will not do the exercise or follow the diet. Just fix me. We have become a society influenced by a 30-second commercial, expecting results in one quick fix bottle, or a one-stop chop shop to tuck, tie, staple, fold, or remove the offending, non-behaving organ so we can fit into that bathing suit once and for all. The new healing paradigm shifts to the alternate view that it is time to take back what is rightfully ours. Responsibility. We are ultimately the ones who are responsible for ourselves, not the healthcare professional who our insurance company says we need to use. We have become such a lazy society, trained by 30-minute infomercials to expect relief, results, and grandioso gains in just one bottle. As a society, there is far too much help available, and so we have become helpless. We are so intent on instant gratification, we have become desperate. And with no personal responsibility for our own outcomes, we have become hopeless. We can be our own healthcare providers with the help of chiropractic, homeopathic, naturopathic, and energy medicine, as well as exercise, bodywork, and emotional psychological coaching. These are examples of complementary, alternative, and integrative medicine, or CAM, although the truth in this paradigm shift of consciousness would be to stop calling it CAM and call it what it is: OM, original medicine. In this new paradigm shift of consciousness and healing is the responsibility to use these modalities along with ourselves. When I say using ourselves in healing, I am referring to intuitive energy work. When you do energy work on yourself, you are an energy worker. Intuitive energy work means trusting what you feel, see, hear, taste, smell, and just know. Unquestioning response to intuition and gut instinct is a major part of being an energy worker and is our strongest tool. What we refer to as complementary and alternative to modern medicine is what our ancestors did originally for thousands of years. This paradigm shift also holds true for our foods, medicines, and healthcare. The ancients knew that food was also their medicine. If there was an ailment, they knew there was a plant nearby that held the cure. Over time and practice, they learned what to eat, make into soup, dry and make into tea, or mix with oils and apply to the body. We need to cut away all the fluff and get back to the basics for good health, survival, balance, and peace of mind. When we handle our own health and well-being, a sense of peace, accomplishment, and oneness with nature replaces the true cause of disease: stress. Stress from not knowing how old our fresh vegetables are when we buy them in the store. Stress over what unnatural substances our fruits and vegetables may have come into contact with before we feed them to our families. Stress from not knowing if an insurance policy forced upon us will give us the care and cure we need. Stress over an unknown doctor you have to see because they are the designated one your insurance will cover. It is our duty to take back total responsibility for ourselves and our families. Grow our own fruits and vegetables and herbs where we can. Avoid the unnecessary reliance on corrective doctors and unnatural therapies. Ignore infomercials for miracle gains of unknown origins. Avoid overprocessed and nutrient-deprived junk foods. There are too many unhealthy paths, too many bad choices to choose from, and none of them create happiness, healthiness, or well-being. I spent many years in the manufacturing industry practicing a Japanese method called Kaizen. Toyota was famous for bringing this mindset into the American view of quality control and scrap reduction. Kaizen translates to change for the better and means to make continuous, gradual improvement, to make simple. So to make things in our hustle-bustle life simple is to stop trying to do things unnaturally. This means accepting things as they are and then accepting things to take time to correct, to change for the better, to become stronger, and to have ownership in the ways and in the means. This will bring a sense of accomplishment, a sense of pride and ownership in the job well done. By eliminating reliance and dependency on others for things that were always right there within your reach, or that could easily be put there, we will have purged ourselves of unnecessary, obsessive, continuous stress. This accepting what is and allowing change to happen as it needs to reminds me of the writings of Lao Tzu in the Tao Te Ching, verse 22, where he says, "Yield and overcome, bend and be straight, empty and be full, wear out and be new, have little and gain, have much and be confused. Therefore the wise embrace the one and set an example to all. Not putting on a display, they shine forth. Not justifying themselves, they are distinguished. Not boasting, they receive recognition. Not bragging, they never falter. They do not quarrel, so no one quarrels with them. Therefore the ancients say, yield and overcome." Is that an empty saying? Be really whole, and all things will come to you. Join me for a journey into the mind-body-spirit connection, and let us understand how they all tie in together and how to better manage and rid ourselves of stress, fear, obsession, and pain. I will show you how to create a sacred space around yourself to heal from within and to make life more fulfilling, meaningful, and joyful. I am not a doctor, so my medical references will generally be simple, nor am I a psychologist, so when talking about the workings of the brain, emotions, fear, anxiety, and stress, again, my language will be generalized and simple. I am a licensed massage therapist and body worker, so I will refer to how stress and pain impact the tissues of the body. I am also a traditional angelic Reiki master teacher, magnified healing master teacher, medical Qigong instructor, advanced pranic healer, guided meditation leader, and shaman. So when talking about energy healing work, I will go into great detail. I respect all religions and beliefs, and will refer to many beliefs and teachings. However, religious convictions play no part in my work. I understand, respect, and use the concepts of God and Goddess, the duality of deity, that is the yin-yang or balance of male-female throughout the universe. I believe in dharma, destiny, karma, cause and effect, and free will, and I am a big believer in the existence of angels, or to be specific, an angelic presence, so you will see references to them often. When I refer to spiritual connection, I refer to the connection of one person to the next, or of yourself to nature, life, and the entire universe. For sake of definition, spirit, soul, prana, Holy Spirit, chi, ki, kundalini, and life force energy all refer to the energy within us. They are all the same thing, so call them what you will. How important is this life force energy? Life force energy is important enough that no matter where you go on Earth, no matter what culture, tradition, or even time period, now or any time in human history, this energy has a name and is honored as the highest connection to all of creation and or the Creator. Relief from pain and stress is the holy grail to so many people who would be happier, healthier, and well-adjusted if one or both could just be things of the past. People today do not allow themselves the time or means to connect to the natural energies around them and within them, how any other life form on planet Earth do. It is all about the ability to manage stress, ease pain, and create a sense of well-being. At all levels and realms of the animal kingdom, creatures obey the laws of nature, knowing when and what to eat, and when to hibernate, migrate, and mate. They follow the laws of nature, the Earth's cycles, and the universe's frequencies, and live in harmony with it all. When the lion misses its mark and has nothing to eat that night, it does not dwell on the failure. The lion goes to sleep hungry and hunts again the next day, without remorse, without self-doubt, and without holding a grudge against themselves for the poor performance of the day beforehand. We humans, however, do not follow this. We do anything and everything possible, it seems, to fall out of sync with nature and its natural rhythms, by smoking, drinking, taking drugs, not eating and drinking correctly, sleeping irregularly, working too hard, and not taking care of ourselves. Not only do we hold remorse, self-doubt, and grudges, but we also ignore all the warning signs of stress, illness, fatigue, and disease. When animals are taken as pets is when we see them with the myriad of diseases and conditions we humans have. You do not find these problems in nature because they only exist when these animals are introduced to humans and their inherent stresses. This is due to humans having the power of choice, free will. Human negative energy affects our pets because we are sympathetically connected to them. They are tuned into our frequencies. Everything vibrates at its own frequency, e.g. light, sound, microwaves, radio and TV waves, and everything that has life. The natural rhythm or frequencies of planet Earth are seen and felt within the tides and waves of the sea. The animal kingdom is always going with the flow and riding the waves. Humans inanely fight the waves and try to change the course of rivers, thinking they can predict the weather and be prepared for anything Mother Nature has to throw at them, merely to be proven wrong time and time again. We fight this losing battle for no better reason than to let our egos think we are masters of our planet, and we exercise our free will to choose the wrong paths. And worse yet, more times than not, we know the difference all along. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? At some point in our lives, we humans decide that all of these bad choices, habits, and addictions are not such a good idea after all. We want to get back on the right path again, to a healthier way of life, eating, exercise, proper rest, and relaxation. By this time, it's too late. The damage is done. Or is it? Let us explore just what this damage is, what it means, why it is there, and what we can do about it. The human body is comprised of cells, bones, organs, muscles, nerves, veins, and various other forms of tissues. The human body is amazing. It rebuilds itself in less than 2 years, and practically 90% in less than a year. DNA renews itself every 2 months. We have new layers of skin in 1 month. Your liver rebuilds itself every 6 weeks. The lining in the stomach resurfaces itself in 5 days. Your brain rebuilds itself in a year. Blood replaces itself every 4 months. And the body rebuilds the entire skeleton in about 2 years. Therefore, every few years we have a new body, so to speak. Why is it then that an injury, scar, condition, or disease can stay with us for months, years, decades, a lifetime? Cell memory. It is because our bodies remember everything. Memory. Every cell in the body has memory. This is where the collective mind or consciousness actually lives. Not in the brain, but in every atom of the body. The matrix of atoms throughout the body store data like no computer on Earth can do. Cells are made of atoms holding memory, or a piece of our collective mind. If a cell is damaged, the next cell to replace it remembers the damage, and a new cell with the same damage is passed on. I have read that for each generational copy of a cell's memory, it sort of fades, like photocopy generations, which means the true reason for the memory of the trauma or disease also fades. The memory is locked into the tissue with no recollection of why. It is blocked from recollection of what, where, or why, possibly due to the intensity of the trauma. But the damage to the cell remains locked into the matrix or memory by negative emotional energy. Remember also that everything is made of cells, our organs, muscles, bones, and brains. Therefore, in my thinking, if all of this is correct, all we have to do is unlock that negative energy of the trauma and erase or change the memory of damaged cells to again make it whole, healthy, normal, and functioning. Since energy has no physical boundaries, with electromagnetism, gravity, and the strong and weak nuclear forces of nature, all representing different facets of a single force, i.e., the grand unified theory, or gut, we will see this word in a different light soon, we can influence changes to these cells on an atomic level through vibrations transmitted as energy with positive intentions. When I discuss the laws of nature later on, I will speak of the law of attraction, which simply states it is what our center of focus is on that the universe listens to. If we want to manifest our desires into realities, all we need to do is already see it happening. What I mean by this is that a positive intention creates a positive change in the energy focused to a particular area. This law can also work against us if our focus is on what we do not want. Basically because the universe does not know the difference between what we do and do not want. It simply reacts to the focus of our attention. We spend way too much of our time complaining of the aches and pains, lack of money, loneliness, stressful jobs and relationships, but without resolve. If we kept our attention on what we want, as we resolve and fix what we do not want, the focus would shift and the negative hold would evaporate. Ultimately, it is all about the power of the mind. Affirm what you want or desire, then release it to the universe and see it already happening. This is all very easy to say, but not so easy to do. Many motivational speakers talk about how we should think and be and what we should do, but they do not address the basic problem that humans have. This is the reason so many of us are broken. Our nervous system has 2 modes of operation, if you will. The parasympathetic nervous system handles stimulation of rest and digest, or feed and breed activities, which occur when the body is at rest, particularly after eating, and include sexual arousal, salivation, lacrimation or tears, urination, digestion, and defecation. This is when the body heals itself, when it senses comfort and protection, when, in other words, it is stress-free. The brain produces hormones that promote healing of any kind. This is the only time the body is receptive to healing, when it is stress-free. Otherwise, the body is in its complementary mode, which is the fight or flight response, which is stimulated by the sympathetic nervous system. This is when the body or mind is in stress mode. Any stress can trigger this response. The brain will not produce any healing hormones because it is in a protective posture. The parasympathetic nervous system is in the autonomic branch of the peripheral nervous system and is said generally to have cranial sacral outflow. This stands in contrast to the sympathetic nervous system, which is said to have thoracolumbar outflow. Cranial sacral outflow provides relaxation and is a reset mode, if you will, to everything attached to the spinal column. Thoracolumbar outflow goes straight to the skeletal muscles for fighting or taking flight. So what does all this mean? That when the body is experiencing any form of stress, the autonomic nervous system, which handles digestion, regeneration of damaged tissues, relaxation hormone production, and healing, cannot be turned on. Only one system runs the brain at a time. Ah, now we're getting somewhere. What could possibly create stress in the body and mind that would cause fight or flight mode to be switched on constantly? A child in school competing for grades with testing. A parent with a teenager who just got his driver's license. A college student spending 4 stressful years competing for a degree to get a job that pays well in an economy that has no jobs. A person stuck in a toxic relationship. A person stuck in a go-nowhere job. Obsessive thoughts. So how many of these examples resemble your stress? These situations cause a constant fight or flight mode. Stress is the controlling factor here. The sympathetic nervous system is in overdrive. It was not intended for that. Fight or flight kicks in when the lion is chasing you. When you get to safety, it switches off, and rest and digest mode switches on. So, if we are a society of constant stress, guess what? We never go into healing mode. Ever. Sort of makes sense when we see the countless thousands who can't seem to lose weight. They can't because their stress response is telling the brain to store everything as fat to be burned instantly, with no physical output. No calories burned. And there you go. This also holds true for injuries not healing, and surgeries not doing what they were aimed to do. I'm referring to unnecessary physical modifications. The Holy Grail is having the knowledge and control to switch off stress. With this, we can also see pain leave more quickly. End of chapter 1.